Hello and welcome everyone to another Let's Play with the developers. My name is Ray Combs and I'm one of the main developers of Minecolonies, and we are live here in HellColonies, live on our Patreon server. And relatively soon, Mr. Sam Letters should be joining us as well for our today's stream. So, hi John, hi Raven, hi Greg, hi Amazing Barrel, how you guys doing? So, doom. It seems it's still night. We'll have to wait for people to sleep for our builder to get our builder finished here.
Yes, my lord.
So we still wanted a bunch of cyan glass paint. So that's something I guess we can get done. Hi, Mr. Saminis. How are you guys doing? Okay, up we go around the corner. We can see maybe we have a visitor, and we have to actually look. First of all, can we just...
I'll take care of it.
Oh, yes, we can. So let's get one of these visitors quickly.
What's it today, Van?
Here you go, new colonist. Can we get more? No, now we are full. Ouch. Oh, awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing the result of that. Yeah. Oh, it's starting to get day again. The kid is making some havoc here. Finally. So, let me check on research quickly. See how that is going. They have some combat research, so they're still both running. Okay, great. So... And then we look here at Zoe. We left her yesterday and agility and adaptability. That went up a little bit, but not by as much as we would have guessed. I guess we have a Zoe duplicate here. Zoe, what is happening? Who are you? Okay, the weird vanilla issue we have here. Okay, let's get back to business. We wanted cyan glass paints, so we get not troubled with other things meanwhile. Go down here, the Death Colony ship. We want some 6 of those paints. Zoe clone, definitely. And then, do we have cyan? Light blue, no cyan. Do we have green? 1 green, awesome. Then we need 1 blue. And we make 2 cyans out of that. And using this, we just make a lot of those glass paints, awesome. Now we go up to Death Colony. You know, let's actually want to re-order that. And thanks a lot for the subscription for the 2nd month, Destruction. Highly appreciated as always. Thanks a lot for the subscription. And we got a nice emoji out of that as well. Pajamas, that is. The pajamas emoji. So...
But it's not a thing about making it accurate. It's a thing about making it feel right.
Right
No.
away.
Okay,
I can
you
help
want...
you with that. How's the work going?
You have that. No. Will be fixed next week. So, yeah, there is this current problem with the... And welcome, Molecular, to the stream. So there is this problem where water is currently costing water buckets, which you do not get back. That is actually not a bug. The problem is that we have fixed something on the structurized side, such that liquids get now returned in buckets. But we do not have a special liquid handler yet, which is currently something that is almost finished in the works. So we're going to have that relatively soon, fortunately.
My family to live here. For you.
Yeah, a bunch of netherrack. Here you go.
What's next?
And
Weekends again. Oh.
so now all of those are getting accurate results, and we have to add a specific extra handler. We're almost dying, weren't you? At 8
It's not a thing about making
health.
it accurate.
Good that we helped Emma here out. And hi, Sam.
Hi.
By chance, I know that one of the new developers is currently working on getting the lumberjack all to get rid of the nether wart and get some mushroom blocks out of it. So that is also nicely progressing in our nether support
Hey,
part.
let's get started.
So, and
I'm
Eva,
going to do
what
my
are you
best
actually
to
doing
be
at
Accurate.
this moment?
I can help you with that if you say
I think
so.
she's currently in a scanning step.
It's not about getting all the errors out.
I did a little bit of work around in the last hours of Minecolonies. Spent most of the day on my PhD work again. Yet it's not a bug, but we're going to make it free again. Let's say it like that. It will be free again after Shadow is finished with his pull request. And welcome, Balsadar. So I did a few small fixes today. I did notice that when you pick up deconstructed buildings, the building is not directly deleted from the colony, which creates some issues with workers like the courier and some other issues. The building eventually gets removed sometime later, but quite often that still leads into issues. Oh nice, we are already here. Good, that's some nice progress. So that will be fixed. I did finally find the issue of the town hall displaying more unemployed people. And that is because we're not counting the unemployed people. We're calculating them from a max citizen count that considers the guard towers. So if you have a free space in a guard tower, it writes like you have an unemployed person. So I adjusted that in my current pull request to actually count the unemployed people. So we have these numbers accurately. I also changed that after you place a building that you've picked up, you can in the GUI then click pick up again when it didn't get built yet, because sometimes it just plays it one block off and then you just have to build it before picking it up again, which could be a pain. So that is also fixed now. There's some weird tunnels here you've dug, Sam.
Where?
Behind the warehouse.
Oh, down there. Yeah, I checked where you are coming out when you are going down in this direction.
Yes. Then I found some pathing issues that I think are... First of all, I'm pretty sure that the move away part of the stack handler is not working.
It should.
It should, but it's not. I'm
pretty sure it is.
I did saw them stuck several times, and I saw them teleport instead of actually...
Yeah, but they might be already past that step, right?
No, but I mean, I saw them getting stuck, and I saw them never trying to attempt something else, just staying at that point, and then teleporting.
Yeah, but they could have like been considered stuck for a bit longer already.
Yeah, but then it's... But either way, I think we could have maybe a third step, like one just recalculates quickly after thinking it's stuck. So
We do have that step.
Now we have to move
told
away
you.
and recalculate, but that is not so quickly triggered, right? I think
You
we could.
think after 60 seconds or so.
Yeah, I think we could do that over 10 seconds stack already. Not the move away part, but the just recalculate path part.
That would be first steps then, but not third, right?
Yeah, I mean, like a third step in terms of like, we have a first step, we have a first and second step at the moment, and we move the first and second later to insert a third step as the new third step.
We got actually 4 or 5 unstuck steps.
Darn it, so it's a new 6 step.
Did you
then.
ever look at the class yet?
Either way, I did find out that the problem of these stairs and the other things are because they think they've reached a certain node already and haven't, and then try to move into directions they just can't. I did debug that with the pathfinding draw, and I saw them. It's because they actually moved until then, and then they went off their way, right? Sometimes, like they moved there and then fell off the stairs or something like this.
We should have seen the notes they reached marked as orange, I swear, right?
Yes, I saw those. Exactly. And they were marked orange, and then they
Yeah,
didn't
then they
continue.
think they are already at that point.
Yeah, they think like I'm already up the stairs and I'm trying to reach the point behind the stairs, so they're just walking straight. That's why I said if we have like a 10, some of these things we might not be able to fix, because like if someone falls off, that's something that can happen. But if they get stuck, then we should just have a step that recalculates it 10 seconds later. So
I've been thinking about something which could fix it, and that is at the moment we are only checking the current path and the point we reached, and like more forward points to check which is the closest. And we could do like 2 backwards up to 4 forward points or something like that, which we are checking the distance.
The problem is that if they fell off the stairs, that one is actually closer to the one on top of the stairs than also those downwards the stairs somewhere.
We got already some special rules for having like Y level differences. Those are much more stricter.
Those are stricter, okay.
So maybe adjusting those will help as well.
That might help a little. But I think in general, it's like if someone places something in the way of the citizen and then they sometimes jump around for a long period of time. If we have like a quick first step that just like, oh, I'm just jumping around for 5 seconds, let me recalculate the path quickly. And then reset the stack handler if that works, right? Might make the pathing look much less dumb with not a lot of overhead. And overhead only in those cases. The builder, now it's time to work.
Yes, my lord.
So, this and this.
It's
Didn't I have
dark
red?
here, isn't it?
Didn't I have red wool with me?
What's it today then?
You should have red wool. You don't. I'm disappointed. So I'm going to get. I got you. Use some green wool, I think. Yeah, green wool. I got you. I don't have. We do need warp stems, and I'm going to get a red wool quickly. Yeah. And then we have
more citizens. Our farmer is still dead.
I just got a new one. We are full at the moment.
What?
But what you can do without a problem is fire one of the researchers.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do now.
So, because I just hired one at the. Maybe we have some kits at the moment. That's possible. But just hired one at the guard tower. So Philip, do you need anything?
Best work.
Warped ward. That's rare side. Here, get you one. So, and then I wanted to get the red wool. Don't forget it. Red wool, and we gotta get some morning at horizon. Death colony ship. Let me. I'm really bothered. We have to change the order of this. When I get up, I'm going to do that. Okay. I need a red tulip. Now tulips would be kind of sad. Don't we have red color somewhere? Can I get red color from raspberries? Nope. So that's more food than red color. What kind of things give me red dye? That's 3 raspberries for red dye. So, hi ninja. That's a rose. Here, a poppy. Wait, I can take 3 of those raspberries. That works. 3 raspberries, red dye, and this. We go up to the Death Colony, and then before we forget it, Death Colony Overworld. No, not Death Colony. That was close. I want the ship in the first position. Death Colony ship. Here we go. That's better. Okay, now we go back to our builder. We need more waystones in our colony, I have a feeling.
Yeah, could place another one like at our farm.
Yeah, at least one in our farm and then one upstairs in our new. I really like the look of that bridge. Bringing the red wool to our builder and 20 warp stems. I have 23 normal warp stems with me, so I should be able to get all the necessary things. Oops. Or maybe like in a stupid place. And talking about the farmer, I think your problem is solved. So 1, 2, 3, and we get all the warp blocks we need. And soon the lumberjack is going to be super useful in the nether. It's going to get us all the warp blocks we need. Only little is missing now. That's done 1, 2, 3. Now I should have enough to get that builder done. Seems good. So talking about it, I wanted to check. So all of this here goes around here. There's like this huge hole. I wondered about having like a bridge over here or something like this, but I think, whoops, I think that's not such a good idea. I think there's nothing we do need on the other side there. While we're down here, let me get some more warp wood.
Not sure if we have any.
I think we're pretty much out of it. So we go into the warp forest here. We're going to do more havoc to the nether trees. So talking about what we talked about renewable energies yesterday, just today I read that some researchers in Berlin found a way to increase the output of solar cells to 30% by using the blue wavelength. Apparently the normal ones you have in houses are 20%, of the energy, and those are going to give 30%. So that could be, and uses some other materials and different techniques, and could result in quite the nice increase in electricity output in solar energy. So up we go. Things are moving along. Otherwise the government does nothing, at least researchers do. We got 17. Maybe we have another tree here. Okay, there we go. Dum. I need to. Am I out of? Don't tell me I'm out of potatoes. Ah, Sam, I'm out of potatoes.
We got some left.
It's an emergency. Oh, one of our guards died.
There should be quite a few still in our storage.
Yeah, I think
Just
so.
get some.
That's not around there at the moment. Yeah, we
so
have.
You ventured out without baked potatoes?
Yes, I ventured out without potatoes.
What kind of preparation is that way?
Huh. Sometimes this tool sound turns itself on until I reapply the settings again. This is rather nasty. Those tool sounds are horrible. Who comes up with something like this? Come on. Sam always knows where you are, that I'm sure. Okay, I got a little bit at
But
least.
we got enough potatoes ourselves.
So I'm going to teleport back to our ship. Hi Shirley, how you doing? To the ship. And potato. Here. Hi, good. I am satisfied again. And our builder should be almost finished. Nice. The problem, you get used to it. I know exactly what you're talking about. So, and then I think we can go up already. The colony. We can actually think. So first I got a bunch of iron with me. So I am going to get some of our guards equipped again with chainmail. I think that just the chance of them dying is significantly lower with some armor. Already, because I think we have to turn off Endermen for most of them, because Endermen are like super tough early on to be fighting so much.
Knights are doing pretty decent already against them.
Yeah, but that guard that died was a knight. Oh, just seeing that one didn't have a shield.
Yeah,
either.
but in exchange, you aren't dying of Enderman all the time, right?
Yes, that is true. So,
And most of the times, our guards are like dealing nicely with them and getting some experience.
and we have another one here. Now that one has the shield. Let's ask you. You
Right away.
have a shield.
What
You
is it?
don't have a shield. Now you got armor. And I'm going to get you a shield as well really quick. Because shield is one of the main things that makes them survive.
If you say so.
But that one, I got the shield. Where's the other one gone? Ah,
I can help you with that.
no, that was not the other one.
If you say so. What's it today then? I'll take care of it.
I'm clicking the same one over and over again, come on.
What can I do for
Here,
you?
shield. Now we equip those two with shields. Yeah, GD long. I'm currently on multi-MC because of the curse issues. On multi-MC the import worked kinda fine. What did I want to do? I got some guards, some gear.
Shields?
No, research. I got some shields. The next thing was research. So, that one here unlocks Knight's Taunt mobs. No, that was the next thing I wanted to do, thanks. An emerald for retreat, I think that's a good one. And I don't think we have so much leather. At least an emerald I'm going to get. And then I'm going to set up the colony banner. That's definitely the next thing to do. I agree. So, we go downstairs quickly. Oh wow. That took you a while. Death colony ship. Emerald. Death colony. This one here. Are you without gear? Yes. We're going to get that one some gear as well. While we are on it. And welcome Roberto as well to the stream. Hello there. Here we go. There's having fun hanging out here, I guess.
What can I do for you?
And here you get some armor.
What is
And you
it?
got some armor, okay. Go down. You two. Go walking somewhere. Do something useful. Okay, now we go to the town hall and we think about a nice colony banner. Gotta be something hellish, right? And do you have the armor? I should have. So, a did colony flag. So I guess we start with a red base. Then we maybe make something like yellow flames. Wait. Back to 2. This here, yellow flame. And 3. Here. I think that actually looks reasonable. What do you guys think? It's actually a nice design, I think. Looks hellish, that is definitely. Plus we have the pigment snout. So we're in the nether after all.
Yeah.
Yes, my lord.
Okay, we lacking living space. Did you... Oh, that one has some stuff here.
Yes,
Let's
my
see.
lord.
Oh, that one is out of gear almost. I'm going to get that one some new gear. Gear. Oh wow. We're almost out of iron.
That's bad.
At least I'm almost out of iron in my inventory.
We need iron for 20 racks for our build.
Oh yeah. So,
What is it?
here we guard,
Right away.
and here you get new armor. I go downstairs then in the meanwhile and we see how we are on resources. Definitely ship. This. Yeah, we have a little bit of iron here.
Okay.
20 racks, you mean?
Okay.
Okay, let's make 20 rags.
Yeah, I got some planks for you for that.
Oh, nice. So that's 10 rags. You gave me planks for 12 rags, it is.
That's all planks they were.
Where are you?
I'm here.
You're here, close to me. Ah, here. Here you go.
Thanks.
So, and I can get a new task for our builder then. Well,
Do you
meanwhile,
still have warped stuff? Like warp
do we
planks
need
or
some
so?
warp stuff?
Yeah, 2 fences.
I'm going to deliver some fences to the builder. I got some
fine.
warp stuff with me. Just meticulously got myself here.
Yeah, we are so low on materials, like, especially warped wood.
Yes. Warp fences. Here. Make even 6 for you. So, then we wanted to start a research. I got sidetracked. And John didn't tell me that I was getting sidetracked.
What is he doing? CFK?
John, what are you doing? You're here to make sure that I'm not getting sidetracked. Combat. Research. I think retreat is definitely a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Since
can
I
always tell
can't
me
follow
ahead
them
of time,
inside.
it's always right. I think fine for now. You're trying to teach me to pay attention. John, I'm too old for that. You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
What is this?
Okay, can't hire anyone. Then we can see what we can give our builder for a task. I think the one that is working on the warehouse at the moment. Ah, we do have the hospital ready,
How's the work going?
and we have someone working at it.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. So I will get some potatoes and carrots and dump them at the healer. Carrots. Do we have non-processed? Are we going to have now a competition on who is actually old? Oh, let me get some carrot. Do we have potatoes at the farm? Old is the wrong side of 50. Ah, here, nice. We got some potatoes. We got the farm. Nice. Yeah, I think our Patreons are within a vast quantity on the other side of the 50.
you're just trying to nicely say that they are all old, right?
They're all as young as they're feeling.
Oh, that edge already.
So, Shirley is trying to join boys with us. Just join the other boys, I can pull you in. Can I pull Shirley into our voice like this? No. Yeah. Shirley, just join the other voice channel and I can pull you over, I think. And then... So we got our farmer working. We got here a nice builder. And now we can think what we want next.
Warehouse level 5. Maybe a little delivery man.
Not so young. So, potentially we want to have the cook upgrade. Upgrade. What
We
does it
also
cost?
still don't have like a D-man.
I think I'm going to go with the cook upgrade because that allows us to do another research and it's not very expensive.
Yeah.
And then we can think about where we put the demon. Does the warehouse have an integrated place for that, or do we need an extra demon?
Extra.
Extra, okay. The demons, actually, their hut doesn't matter too much. So I guess those could be the first we're going to put upstairs. Sad Horizon is now putting up new standards. You're only old if you're over 65 now. So... yeah, everything around 50 is middle-aged, right? That's not old, it's middle-aged. That's the middle of 100, right? That's what middle-aged comes from, where middle-age comes from, isn't it? Although from going from maybe, no, 50, the middle of 100, that makes the most sense, obviously.
Yes, sir. Yes, my lord.
So, then we have the cook in the pipeline. And I'm going to already go to the ship. Because we're going to have soon a started building. And we're going to be calculating that. And I will get the list. And I can then start. You moved the ship on the end of the list again, didn't you?
I didn't move any ship.
In the list in the Waystone.
Ah, no, I can't do that. It's for each player.
So why did it move back to how it was?
Not sure, got that issue as well.
Come on, mod, don't do this with me. I'm almost teleporting to the overworld each time. Furnace. Do I have a furnace anywhere?
And so why do you suspect me right away? That's not nice.
I guess just these usual suspects. It's just
It's always me, right?
it's just always you. So ouch. Block of quartz. 10 polished blackstone. 10. 2 polished blackstone stairs. And 23 polished blackstone bricks. There we go. Nice, Ninja. That was 10 polish and 23 polished bricks. Then some torches. I'm low on torches at the moment. Oops, I thought we didn't want to place. Do I have any coal here? Coal, nope. Here. So some torches. And now my inventory. Oh, I had some coal with me all along. 2 bookshelves. That requires 6 books. Oh, give me the book. Oops. The book. 2 bookshelves, and then we go upstairs and deliver what we have for now. Oops. I'm always kind of disoriented the moment I leave the waystone. I have to turn around 360 degrees to find where I was actually wanting to go. I think that the courier upstairs is fine, but maybe I should get a guard tower upstairs first. In case the courier... Okay, I guess the builder has a nice position to build from at the moment. We should check that out. I forgot to move Shirley over. I think now you're... Yes. Hi, Shirley. I'm getting sidetracked? No. I would never do that. No, work planks. So, some more torches. Nice. 3 warp stairs. So, doing a few things. I hope John is counting. I had 6 at least. Darn it. Here we go. Get all 4 of them. And now only stripped warp stem, a rag, and soul campfire. I think I have everything for a rag. You given up counting? Gotten too taxing. Numbers have gotten too high. So, a soul campfire. How do I make a soul campfire? Soul campfire. With soul sand and sticks around it. Okay, that's not so difficult. Let's get back to the ship. Definitely ship. Then a soul sand. I needed some sticks, that's fine, and some logs, that's fine too. I wonder if it will take those logs. Oh, I need some sticks first. 60. I wonder if it's going to take those logs, because they don't burn. I guess Vanilla doesn't care about that. Okay. Then only stripped warp stems. That's nasty. At least 15 I have here with me. But not enough tools. Do we have more iron down here? Yes, we do, indeed. The knight died? Incredible. How did that happen? What? An X. Can you check where that was? And if the knight left all that armor that I gave them there?
Yeah.
There we go down.
I think it's the university garters again.
The university guard.
Yeah.
Death colony. Was it around the university? Minus 11, 54, 69 here. 4. 6, 9, 4. That's downstairs in the university, isn't it?
Yeah, it's below the university district.
54. Just below the university. Where was it here? 11, 54, 694.
Ah, I found it.
Where?
It's kinda when you go east in the university district, there's a small drop down.
And it's just enough for the guard to drop down, isn't it? Did you get the stuff?
I'm getting it now.
Okay.
It's
So I guess
down
we
here.
should close this hole off here.
Yeah.
Because that is just the
Oh, I found iron.
drop height of the guard. Told me to do that last time, yes, but I got sidetracked.
Because John doesn't tell you, right?
Because you didn't tell me to not get sidetracked. Okay, I'm delivering stuff. No, I thought yes, I'm going to close that later, then I got sidetracked. You asked too? Oh, that's the other builder actually wanting to go to. Guard closing the door in my face. Rude much.
He just doesn't like you.
Oh, it looks awesome on the shield, I have to say.
Yeah, black looks really nice.
On the shields, it really looks nice. I'm enjoying it. So the campfire and the stripped stem, and then we gotta go get more. First, I wanted to check if there's anywhere. At least they shut the doors, right, Sam? But we try to avoid talking too much for it because growing up in the German metro system was quite traumatizing for Mr. Sam. Nah, I wouldn't place it there in the middle of the floating like that. The career. Nah. Not place it in the middle of the air. Now John is mad at me. We have here new guard apparently.
Of course. I hate.
And I want to get you some gear before I get you started. But I'm out of wood. So let me get. Yeah, I'm going to place the courier upstairs quickly. Just disappointed. Let's get up here, and we're going to check to place our courier. So, where are we going to place it? Apparently there's a building. Now here's the... Yeah, we need a guard tower up here first. So let me check how the courier hut looks like. Just potentially we could... Does it have like a real... It has a roof. Just potentially... I'm wondering about putting it... So that is the colony border here. It's here. So I wondered about putting it like... up here in the corridor. Like this. I think that might be a nice idea actually. Just have to find out where it's going to be the hut block placed. Let's go down to level 1 again. Easier to see. There we go. Hut block placed. Oh nice, some redder netstone ore. I take it. No, we don't have warped or crimson shingles, but I'd absolutely love warped or crimson timber frames. I agree. Those would look amazing. Just someone has to make them. Shouldn't be so difficult, to be honest. Should be really easy to get them done.
Yeah.
And nice, Shirley's doing a little bit of decorative work around the colony. And I
We
want
can ask Esha next year after he did Jet Chain.
Yeah. As far as I know, he's currently working full time, and there's like a huge project with a deadline, which is why I see currently.
But so his project is more important than Minecolonies. That
Yeah, it's weird, right?
yeah.
It's like
what kind of priorities
he
is
needs
it?
to afford food or something like this. He is talking about is like, what? Food? Who needs food? You have the love of the Minecolonies community, right?
Yeah. See. So
Who's going to complain if you haven't done a Windows 16 port yet of your software, right? Just, like the amazing Minecraft community itself is already asking for 117 ports.
yeah. Also, I blame all those YouTube and media hype people.
Yeah.
Like the very first testing version of 117 is released for like testing, and then all are like, "Oh, look at this new feature! And did you see this new feature in 117?" And half of the people are like, "Oh, 117 is released."
Yeah. But it's unfortunate also, it's like, because that is the best clickbait, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're the first one to report about the newest features, that's going to get you quite the clicks.
Yeah, like I said, we should make some nice colony screenshots and share them on Reddit as new 117 features released. Revealed.
Minecolonies 117 in progress. Which is, it's not wrong, because Minecolonies is in progress, and what's being done right now will be done for 117 as well, so strictly speaking it is progress on the 117 version as well.
But like, that was that sure it would be like a very big discussion. And maybe we even get to see funny stuff like some PC magazines and such picking it up and reposting. That would be amazing.
Unfortunately, that's one of the things I really hate of those PC magazines. They never write about the nice mods or something like that. They rather write about some like underwater world someone built, or someone making a Hitler skin pack or something like this. But the actual nice things, like the things all the modders do, it is like no one of them is interested in that. And I tried reaching out to them already. Hey, why don't you write something about Minecraft? It's like a huge RPG, no, not RPG, like a real-time strategy game within Minecraft.
Yeah, it's not so much like event-like.
And the worst thing is, I think it was actually something that, if you sell it nicely, people would hype for it and definitely read that article. Like, real-time strategy games within Minecraft, I think there's quite a nice target group for that. Although I think potentially we're going to get more of that once the more fleshed out the mod is, and especially when we get the PvP features, I think a lot of these things will come as well.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that attracts kids, right? That's also the PvP is nice and all, but I'm kind of afraid of the type of crowd it attracts.
Well, it's fine unless they like end up on our Discord or GitHub.
Yeah, that is the thing I'm afraid of exactly.
That's why I already did suggest like an entry question filter for Discord. Like, what's 3 plus 4?
What's 3 plus 4?
And if you can enter, you aren't getting.
I mean, a lot of the
Getting in.
people joining our Discord, they can't even do the entry level thing of reading all the rules to accept them, right?
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that are not able to pass that step.
Do they even see any channels without accepting the rules?
The rules channel, and then the PM admins. I get like once a month. I get thing. I'm here on the Discord. Like I need help with my comments. That ask on the Discord and the channels, and they're like, I can't see any channels. I said, always right. I think you rather read the rules again, shouldn't you? Like, come on, just read the rules until the end, Lord.
Wait, you should follow the rules. And the rules say people who PM admins aren't following the rules, so you can just ban them.
No, please, no
Okay.
PM support. We have appropriate Discord channels for that.
Yeah. Like, where do we get the time from to do all this PM support additionally? It's already a lot of time going into supporting in this Discord.
Yeah, just the Discord support is already a lot.
And we aren't getting any more free time from
Yeah.
somewhere.
So, not like free time as
Limited.
it took you a embarrassingly long amount of time to find out that there are more than 3 channels. It shouldn't. No, it will not stay around. Even if you knock off the... Nope. I'm going to be honest, like, when I join a new Discord server and I don't have to read the rules, I don't read the rules. And when I have to read the rules, I usually read the last sentence, which then said, click this to accept it.
Yeah, same. But at least you get that far, right?
But I do get that far. And usually I follow the rules, and before doing something stupid I would then read the rules and check if what I'm doing is in accordance with the rules as well. And welcome Nicola as well. Welcome to the stream. We're not dumping netherrack everywhere. Are the racks getting full?
Oh yeah, our storage for netherrack is full. I'm just throwing netherrack into lava these days.
Just getting full of netherrack. Death colony, and we go there. Deliver it to the builder. Again a 360 before moving on. No, before I do something stupid, it means before I ping an admin or try to PM an admin or something like that, I see if it's actually against the rules.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah, that's basically it. There's like some basic rules you follow, like behave well. Oh yeah, 202,000 members. That sounds like fun. What kind of Discord is that? What is it about? How about posting a channel before reading the fine print? I barely read the fine print in a channel. I think a channel name should be descriptive enough to make sure that people use it appropriately. You want something to be off topic, call it off topic. You want something to be only about the phasmophobia. What is that? People that are afraid of ghosts. So we get everything for that. Builder. Nice. Done. A ghost hunting game. I never heard of it, to be honest. But then again, me not having heard of a game is not like anything. I barely hear of any games. The only game I play basically is Minecraft and Zelda. And for the last 2 years or so, again, it's only Minecraft. So, and a shield as well. Ouch! Shooting at me?
Oh, did I hit you?
No.
Sorry.
Are you sure you can? Yeah, you can paste. Not sure if you. I think you can. Nope. I wasn't sure if I had unlocked it for certain things. That didn't seem to have worked. It's a game that was created by one guy. Yeah, like it's one of the things. It's like I don't get it. Like governments think to help their gaming industry, they have to subsidize huge studios. But subsidizing huge studios is just going to increase their profits and not do anything else. Those companies already make enough money. If you really want to help your game industry, then create something like it was a basic minimum income for game developers. Like, oh, you're developing a game, here get a salary of the government that they're going to pay you for 2 years of the game development time. It's going to cost the government half amount of money and going to give them 10 times the return than what they're currently subsidizing. Yeah, it's like, and then besides those games being heavily subsidized and having heavily filled up with microtransactions, the game studios also have all kinds of history with hiding sexual misconduct and absurd working conditions, crunch, firing people before having to give them healthcare and all these kinds of things. So Japan has a young animator program. Yeah, that's the kinds of things like if government just gave people just like, hey, you have a dream of creating a startup or something like this, and not something like fancy like all this venture capital shit where they were like, no, that is just to create unsustainable companies, like pumping millions on them, making sure they don't have to make profits for decades. That's not how you create sustainable companies. That's how you create companies that are unsustainable from the beginning and are self-perpetuating. So the best thing is just give people money to fulfill their dreams. And you're going to get so many amazing games, and the government is going to make a lot of money out of it through taxes in the end. Yeah, that sounds like our Discord. So, Hi, Mask Gamer. We're doing fine. We're doing well. And there's quite a bunch of work on our paper on my paper today. Yeah. I don't expect that to ever happen, to be honest. But hopefully one day we're going to have people that are smart enough for that. The problem is actually most of the neoliberal parties, etc., they would actually be very fine with that. I think the problem is selling this idea to conservatives rather than actually having the neoliberalists agree to it. Because neoliberalists are like, we're going to give money to computer scientists and these kinds of things is fine. As long as you don't give it to art people, then they would say something against it. Which I think would be also an amazing thing. Supporting other projects as well. For me, this could be like a nice entry-level drug for a basic minimum income. And then you can start shifting to a real basic minimum income for all kinds of different people as well. Yeah, it's a shame that there are not a lot of young people in politics. But it's changing. I'm seeing the younger generations are getting more interested. I think the generation, which was the generation before the millennials, X? Was it X? I think it was X. No, is it X? But the generation before the millennials, for me, is like kind of the lost generation in terms of politics. Barely any people of that generation made it into politics, and there are more millennials that are successful, I have a feeling, than those people in politics at the moment already. Yeah, again, X is right. Those people are kind of whole, in my opinion, in terms of politics, and we are kind of feeling that as well.
So the first thing for me is always learning your craft.
And if we look at the generation that are leading all those nasty tech companies, that's also Gen X mostly. Yes, most. I mean, artists. There's so many things. Like, imagine you create like those government programs, and as a trade-off, artists have to make like open source work. Like, that could just be amazing results could come out of these kinds of things. Like make artwork, like getting like a Chironto crazy. What do you mean with that? Chironto crazy. Oh yes. Most radical left politicians in the US I would consider centrist.
And a lot of that doesn't come down to what plugins you
and
have,
the ones that are really like more left, like I don't know, AOC is a little bit more left, maybe even than Sanders. I would consider center left still. They're still not even very left leaning.
What make the best video game music, in my opinion.
But I'm not sure what you meant with Chironto crazy. Meaning like a war of generations? So...
You have to be able to feel it. You have to
know rule of the elderly. Yes, unfortunately. Most decisions in our society are made by people that are not going to live
Be affected by those
long
decisions.
enough to be affected by the long-term effects.
That's why there is very few long-term decisions.
That's why there are so few long-term decisions by those people. And that's
Not
why the
very
younger
surprised.
generations are much more interested in things like climate change and all those kinds of topics. Because we are actually going to be we're going to have to suffer the consequences, you could say, right?
What can I do for you? If you
Oh,
say so.
I absolutely love this shield. It looks amazing. Yeah, that's... Yeah, we're going to have... Yeah, every once in a while we have those problems. But we are fast in fixing them. You gotta give us that. Which is very problematic, that stuff. But yeah. There is this... Like, there's this German party that was once... had in their program, that mostly jokingly, right? But had in their program that if there is an age at which you can't vote yet, like if there's a minimum age for voting, there should be a maximum age for voting too.
Well,
Which-
it's not necessarily really wrong, right?
Which is not necessarily wrong, which is like... I guess the problem of it, but also for me the solution of it is maybe we should allow younger people to vote as well. Like 14, I think for me would be a perfectly fine age to vote. And if, like, people say, but they would vote quite often for who their parents vote. But that's their right. Families should have more votes as well. I think that is perfectly fine. Families should have more of a vote. Like, parents will more likely think what's best for their children than people who do not have children, for example, right? So, for me, it's like 14 is perfectly reasonable entry-level age. Yes, and then there is that, right? There is all those early stage dementia, halfway Alzheimer, and all those kinds of things. And then they just go to vote and vote for the same party as the previous time, not because actually reasons, but just because that's the same thing they're voting for 50 years. So they're not going to stop it now, right? Talking about it, I should walk around here again and make sure there is no spawning petition. Well, no, I totally get that a lot of people wouldn't be able to make their own decisions, or would more likely vote for who their parents would vote and these kinds of things. But that's fine. I mean, there are a lot of...
I think most like 14-year-olds would make better decisions at who to vote with. Than some of our very old members, which kinda don't get to notice anything that's going on, basically.
Yes. I think nowadays the times are a little bit different. Kids are having much more access to politics nowadays, I have a feeling. The internet talks much more about these kind of problems. So that, and then it's like me at 13, but like me at 18 were mostly voting what my parents were voting for. So it's not like, and even if you look, it's like there's families where they're at 40, 60, whatever, and they're just voting for the same thing their family has been voting for generations. So that's not actually an excuse to say you shouldn't vote, right? That sounds weird. Hi Pickles the Frog, hi there. Glowstone Garden. But I would say most people make already bad decisions anyway, so why shouldn't we allow younger people to also make bad decisions? There's even a looking at all those people protesting for the climate change and these kinds of things. There are a lot of young people there, a lot of 11, 15, 14-year-old people there that are highly interested in making things work, that would probably make better decisions than a lot of old people. I think I got all the glowstone gardens again lit up. Just gonna make sure. There's a lot of people that know exactly. There's a lot of people that go to vote and have no idea. There are a lot of people like that have serious mental issues and believe all kinds of absurd conspiracy theories, and they're still allowed to vote, right? So we should allow kids to vote as well. No, I wouldn't. No, it's not about just subsidizing art. It's just paying artists money that are producing art. Just like a basic minimum income, right? Just like unemployment money, but unconditionally as long as you're doing something. You're producing art, that's fine. It doesn't matter what kind of art you're producing. You're producing art. Doesn't matter the quality. It matters that you're producing art. Similarly to developer that's developing games or open source stuff. It doesn't matter if it's a mod or if it's going to be a game-changing library for something. No, they're contributing a lot more to our society than most bankers are. Than basically all bankers are, to be honest. Or then definitely all venture capitalists and people that are trading on working on the stock market are definitely. I believe anyone should be paid to have a basic living. So if you're drawing stickmans as a living, that's fine for me. Yeah, kids I think are less likely to filter out conspiracy theories. Yes, for example, as a radio presenter, these kinds of things, right? You're people that are there are a lot of people that are doing work for the society, people that are working in animal shelters, people that are doing activism, all those kinds of things. Those are things people that should get money for that as well. People that should be able to afford a living. Art in galleries is just hits of rich people. That's art in galleries for you nowadays. Rich people's kids, and then the rich people do not say their kids are not doing anything. They say, they're doing art. See? Even got it sold for $1 million. Yeah. Oh. Ah. I wasn't sure if that was glowstone in the wall. No, it was lava after all. But there should be much more programs to support artists, to support open source developers, these kinds of things. There should be just government funds to fund open source development. Because we do know that it is extremely important for the existence of the internet and basically everything and everyone. I believe that a lot of companies would be willing to pay into government administered open source funds as well. And then people just get paid a halfway reasonable living salary, right? It doesn't have to be 10k a month. It's just enough to survive and not to worry anything and be able to put a little bit back as well. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of postmodern art either. And they have like, oh, they did it because they were the first one to do it. Yes, and they shouldn't get 10k. Like, I'm not talking about highly paid developers. Just give them...
And Ninja just got his hopes up. God damn it.
just give them enough to live a reasonable lifestyle. Yeah, exactly. So, got that here done. Already is building. Yeah, Disney destroyed our art scene for decades to come still, by just making those copyright laws ridiculously long, and everything you do related to that is only slightly related to Star Wars will get you a process, and all these kinds of things is just absurd.
This copyright stuff is completely nonsensical anyways.
Yes. This copyright stuff is only to protect companies.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I think Shirley just upgraded our... Disney was the ones that invented all of that stuff. Like, the copyright laws we have nowadays are, like, we can mostly say that one of the number one culprit of our copyright laws is Disney, because they wanted to protect their little mouse. And afterward, and just after waiting, and what Disney does is always to wait until fairy tales reach the age to not be anymore protected, to then make movies about it. That Disney wants to have all their stuff protected, right? Yeah. It's some things that bother me deeply too. All this copyright stuff is just a huge cancer on our art community as well. Like, imagine just imagine if there was like a fund, a basic minimum income, plus none of these copyright laws. We would be getting 10 absurdly awesome Star Wars movies per year from that, right? We would be having 3 Stargate series. We wouldn't be able to decide which one to watch. Because imagine how many people there are out there that would just love to make movies, love to act in movies, would make games, would make series, would create online content, would write books and draw things and all these kinds of things, right? It's like we always think, but there's those people that would just go in at home and watch television. Yeah, but those people stay at home and watch television because there is no nothing for them in their life as well. But the vast majority of people, they want to do things, right? They want to develop stuff. They want to create their dream projects and these kinds of things. Yep, yes, like 20 years is perfectly fine for a copyright. 20 years, you make some money out of it, and that's fine. Patents should be the same thing, by the way. Patents should be something that gives you a little bit of a head start for 5 years or 10 years or so. But patents, after all, is like even a bigger problem for me, because most of the stuff that is being that's getting a patent, is even developed basically with government funds by university students, etc. So like funded by the government indirectly through PhD scholarships, paying professor salaries and these kinds of things, and then the company gets a patent on it and makes billions out of it for decades.
Yeah.
And prevents payable
Anyone
medicine
else
to
from
reach the
using it.
people and these kinds of things, right? Fully agree 100%. People who created Sleeping Beauty and none of their family are making any money out of that, but Disney is making billions from it. Meanwhile, Disney has the copyright of Star Wars, and no one is able to put a laser sword in anyone's hand without being sued for it. That's just messed up. Nice. I think general lore were things we wanted to do after the... I think Sam might come after you when he's starting to do the questing. And we get north. They're already dying.
Some lore could be done through quests.
So we could, like even if it's like not even a lore, but like quests will need writing, right? Having funny little stories of citizens interacting with each other. A little adaptation of a Romeo and Juliet story that just has to be in every game that has quests. There has to be an adapted Romeo and Juliet story. Yeah, imagine all the early copyrights, and it gets worse. Like the earlier you copyright an idea, it's like a ripple effect, right? There are so many stories that develop from the Merlin story, right? Imagine someone had copyrighted the Merlin story, and we wouldn't be able to get Lord of the Rings because of that, because it's too similar in story, right? In characters.
I don't like these whole prohibitive kind of protections at all. I think you got the right, if you invent something, to get paid for it, but I don't think you have the right to prevent others from using it.
Yes. Like why?
That's how I would do it. You basically get a pay protection and not a copyright.
And to be honest, I also think the studios are being super stupid with this. I think if Disney just did something like anyone can do Star Wars, anything with Star Wars, there's only one restriction, we get 10% of the profit out of it. I think they would be making more money with Star Wars doing that than what they're doing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, or Hamlet, for example, all those stories. And I think they would be making more Star Wars out of it. People would absolutely love them for it. Or like, even worse, MGM, that is holding to Stargate for decades, not making a cent out of it. And if they did that, they could have gotten so much money out of that in that time. It is getting late, so So we did some progress in the colony today. We finally got our builder down here done. And this little part of the colony is really coming together. You can see it here from the top a little bit. Go to the other side actually. We can see a little bit here. That part of the colony is getting rather large here. And then the cook here, stuff over there, getting the warehouse here. Might be able to get somewhere with the warehouse in the next episode. So our colony is progressing really quickly. Next episode we want to get the guard towers done up there to expand our colony a little bit. Yeah, exact. The same thing with music on YouTube. Just make a 50-50 split. Or something like that instead of just banning the stuff. It's like so prohibitive. It's like it's kind of fascist for me. It's kind of neo-fascist. But that's capitalism for you, right? Who has the money, has the power, and can do whatever they want and stop you from doing actually reasonable things. Either way, enough ranting. Time to sleep. Good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to be streaming tomorrow night again, and probably Monday for sure. Not sure how the streaming after that is going to look like, because I'm going to move to a different apartment for the next 2 weeks before I then move to Brazil. Good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for engaging in the chat with us and reminding us of what we were about to do. Thanks, Sam, for hanging out with us in the voice chat, and thanks, Shirley, for helping out in the colony here. Good night, everyone. See ya tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.
Good night.